Hi everybody, it's Kelly, also known on Twitter as Kellyann1977, and today is August 4th. It's been 10 days since I did a vlog or did much of anything. I haven't been able to record any ASMR videos because my husband has not left the house, and I have not again recorded any cell phone reviews because of that reason also. He just will come in when I'm trying to do something, which is annoying because then I have to stop all over again. So it's about 8:30 in the morning. I just woke up about 15 minutes ago. As you can probably see in my eyes, it's a little puffy and stuff today. Yesterday I was supposed to go over my mother-in-law's and my brother-in-law's, but I didn't get up until almost 2 in the afternoon. And Friday night, or Friday early, I went to bed at 12 a.m. So apparently I was very exhausted to be in bed 14 hours. Didn't totally sleep 14 hours, but I was in bed 14 hours. So I went to bed last night at 12. My husband came in at 2. I was still up. I got up for a little bit, finished the rest of my chow mein with, not chow mein, my Chinese food, which was just the broccoli, vegetables, and the chicken. There was no rice left, so I just finished that, and I went back to bed at 2:30. I have no clue when I finally fell asleep. Then my dog woke me up by stepping on my head, trying to get underneath the covers. She got down a couple of times because she was hot, and she'll come over, and I sleep with my arms off the bed, so she'll lick my arms and wake me up. So I can't say I had a restful sleep. I want to say maybe 3 to 4 hours tops. Again, I woke up at 8 or 9, so today we gotta go and visit the in-laws and my brother-in-law. We gotta stop at a couple stores. I need to get floor cleaner and the pads for the cleaner so I can finally clean the floor. So just a couple things like that we're gonna do. We have a already prepared lasagna, so I think that's what we're gonna have for dinner tonight, with the cheesy garlic bread, since it's not gonna be too hot. It's gonna be 77 out here, and maybe a side salad, and just have that since we're going to be going out. And then hopefully tomorrow I can get the floor done, hopefully. So again, it's August 4th, beginning of the week, Sunday. I think my husband has 2 more weeks left of school. This is my last week coming up, and I graduate. And then I think he gets 7 days off. He might be lucky enough to get 10, but last year, this time, he only had 4. So, the way they do it, I don't know. Johnson College is where my niece and nephew go to now. They start the 24th of August. So, I'm not quite sure what his timeline's going to be with theirs. 3 years ago, well, it'll be 3.5 when I'm done now. But 3 years ago, we started September 4th. And they've just totally changed that, so I have no clue. The family member I told you about that got into trouble, calling me 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, coming over to my place. I have not talked to that person since this has happened. I talked to another person in my family, and, you know, not mad at me or anything, was mad at the person, but, yeah, whatever. So it is what it is. Other than that, not too much more going on. I started to play an Indonesia horror game called Folks Legend, something like that. And this one comes in full installments. You pay $5 for each one. And the first one is The White Lady. I actually bought it in January and forgot about it. Then CJU Games from Australia started to play it, and the second story came out called The Tide Corpse. I know people reading in the forums have said that they don't like the tied corpse and that they feel it's very boring. It's not a survivor game, or it has multiple endings. I have gotten 3 so far. The first one's 26, the second one was 30 out of the endings, and I'm not sure what the third one was because you have to go back into the computer, into the documents, so I just didn't do that. Usually every time you come out of it, when you get your ending, you come out and you're in your room as the person who's doing the research. You usually have something new on your bulletin board, so that's interesting. So I'm going to go back in because now I know how to open up the other 2 doors. So there's 3 doors that are locked that you can't get into when you first get to the house. Apparently you have to, for those who don't know or play the game, you can't figure out how to trigger the rooms. The parents' room, you have to fix a picture. So I'll just go around when I do another gameplay, maybe I'll do one tonight, and just fix all the pictures. This way I know I got it. How to open up the parents' room, you have to open up the sister's room first. And there's a green book you have to read. I never even got the chance to read it because I killed myself. So, the ghost didn't do it, I did it. And then there's a door in the back, towards like the back of the house. Maybe they have a backyard, I'm not sure. But I don't know how to open up that one. I found a wiki that somebody made who played the game and figured out how to open these 2 doors. So it would be nice if that person could figure out how to open up that door. Probably has something to do with one of the rooms. So it's interesting. When you first go in, you'll find a key to the gate. So I guess you locked yourself in when you got there. If you don't pick up that key on night 1, on night 2, it will be at a different location. So the way the game goes is that when you're playing at night, but during the day your character's doing things. Kind of weird why they would only set it for nighttime, but that's the way they did. So far it's pretty cool. Like I said, I played it 3 times. I got about 3 hours into it. First time I played for 1 hour and 27 minutes. It's meant to be replayed and to try different things, to try to get all the endings. There's 65 endings, or at least 65 achievements. And every time I get an ending, I get an achievement. So I'm thinking there's 65 endings. I don't know. So I'll keep messing around with that just to see what different endings I can get. So I noticed when I went into the bathroom and I touched this razor a couple of times, and it would just say like, oh, it's shop, or what's this doing here? And then I noticed when I went in there and I turned on the faucet to the tub and I touched it, it said something different. So that's an ending. It has to be. I won't tell you what it is, but that's the one I'm going to try first. And then when I go back into it, I'll open up both the doors and not kill myself, hopefully. The cleaning of the house is a pain in the ass, and it hurts my arm. Because you have to hold the mouse button, you have to hold the left clicker, and you have to drag it around, and you have to do this. I can't get it check marked, like I can't clean every single freaking room in this place. And I'm guessing that's how you get the good ending, is one of the things you need to do is clean the house so you can sell it. It's very tedious, so I'm gonna let them know about that. They have something different with that mechanic because it hurts. I have carpal tendonitis and I'm in pain. It's just from trying to clean the whole house. And it's not interesting doing this part either. It's like, you go in every room, you gotta move the mouse very slowly to see if the clean button comes up. It's very annoying. So that part of the game is not fun at all. But not really. I didn't really have jump scares in it, you know. But I have seen the ghost in different locations now. So you, by doing certain things or saying certain things, you can trigger her. I pissed her off once, so, you know, she didn't kill me, but I pissed her off. So at least I know that. And from what the guy said in his wiki, he thinks that the sister child died giving birth and that she died shortly after, and the parents died a year after she did, traveling to go surprise see their son. The story is you play a young man who now is going home a year after his parents have died, and you gotta clean up the place and you gotta sell it to make money that you need. He went away to college and basically he never came back. It was like a year later after he went to college that he came and he visited his family, and every time he said he would, there was something wrong with the border and he couldn't get through. He didn't have the money. He had a project in college due over vacation. He got a new job, so he had all these excuses not to go back and see his family. So he ended up missing his sister's wedding, the whole birth and the pregnancy, and her death. He didn't go to her funeral. So these are just things that he's been missing. And I found out with research that her husband, after she passed, also abandoned the family. He stopped going to see the parent-in-laws altogether. He had excuses as well. So these two parents were left alone. I feel that the lady in white is his sister. And I don't agree with that her child died while she was giving birth, because there's a picture of a newborn baby. So that doesn't make any sense. Why would there be a picture of a newborn baby with her stuff saying that she's pregnant? It doesn't make sense. I think that her baby might have died of SIDS later on, and that maybe she killed herself from depression. And you'll hear a baby crying, and you'll hear her laughing or her screaming. So that's what's making me think she walked in, the baby was dead, and, you know, she always wanted to have a family, get married, and that was taken from her. So maybe depression, it was too much, she killed herself. But I haven't gotten in her room yet. I'm sure if I get in her room, I'll see something. So that's basically the storyline of this folklore of this game. The Tied Corpse, my understanding of that one is that you have to do a certain burial the way it's supposed to be done, or this corpse will come and haunt you. Basically, that's what I think that one is supposed to be about. And you have to do this burial perfectly, I guess, to get the good ending or whatever. And again, that one has multiple, they're all going to have multiple endings. So you can keep playing and seeing what works and what doesn't. You can always go back over to the documents and it'll tell you kind of everything you did. So you can do something different as well. So it's a pretty cool game. A lot better than Visage that doesn't work. Or Visage, or however the hell you say that stupid game I paid $20 for. Almost a year. October will be a year. And only 2 parts have come out, and the second one I can't do nothing with because of the lag. So anybody who's heard of the game Death Bloom Part 1, they are trying to fix some issues with that game. I'm like 3 hours into the game now, so I'm not quite sure how long the first part is. But the developer did write me back a couple of days later and said that they are working on some issues that they're aware of. There was a small update, but didn't say what it was for. So they're still balancing some of the evil bad people in it and stuff. So and it's another like Resident Evil game if you're into that. I got the Them and Us. It took me 3 hours to beat what is there. 35% of the game's there right now. The developers have a website that you can look at, and they update as they are proceeding with the game. They're going to do the game on parts like they're doing now. So when they're done with the next part, it'll probably be about 35% of the game, and then they'll have one last release. I asked the developer some questions, and I got feedback. He said that if the game does well, and it's positive right now, in early access, that he will have a DLC for new storylines, weapons, and health, and bigger bags, and etc. So, and it was a fun game. I enjoyed it. So as soon as the whole thing comes out, it'll be even better. So I've been playing those games. I still haven't gotten into The Sims 4 yet, the My Story part. I usually play that one in the winter more. Some games coming out on Steam that are like Harvest Moon. One is called Pumpkin Town, and it looks like it's going to be really cute, so I have that on my list. There's another one, I can't remember the name of it, but there's another one very similar to that. So I've noticed there's a lot of Harvest Moon type of games coming out, which is cool. I saw a little clip for the Switch, Story of Seasons, Friends of Harvest Moon remake. There is no release date for America. They're only releasing it in Japan right now. I think they're doing that because they want to get some feedback. And if there's something they need to change or whatever, then they will do that for other countries. Maybe bugs that need to be fixed. So, they showed us a very small clip of it. And I thought they would utilize the Switch features and make it look more like the Wii version of Harvest Moon. Then the characters are like smushed down, and I was just hoping for something better with the technology that they have, but it still looks cute. So it's supposed to have 2 or 3 new characters that nobody knows who they are, and this one you can play either as a girl or a guy. Friends of in Laurel Town, I've never actually played that one. I played A Wonderful Life with some of the people from Laurel Town come and visit, but I never played that one. So they're supposed to be in it, or the same characters, just updated a little bit, you could say. So can't wait for that to come out, but who knows when that would be. Might be another year. You never know. Bloody Mary was supposed to come out August 1st. Steam game from Drunken Apes. They've made several games. This one is not even on their homepage. I went to the Twitter, I asked a question about it, but they haven't been on there in a year. So this is the second time that it has not released when it said it was supposed to. It looks like it's finished, and I think that's really bad for them. They have a lot of YouTubers that play the games. A few of them are for free. Some of them are only a couple bucks. This one looks amazing. I'm thinking it's going to be a $20, $25 game. And it would be nice just to give some kind of feedback. There's another game on my wish list as well that didn't come out on the 1st. And there's no feedback yet. So that's not good for your name if you're trying to make it in this kind of industry at all. Other than that, not too much more going on. I woke up yesterday all swollen here. I think it's from playing that game a little bit because of the carpal tendonitis. So I think that's what that's from. Nothing in the movies. I've been looking in the movies to see if there's anything good. Nothing there. I definitely wouldn't be able to handle bowling today or playing pool because of the way my arm is. So there's not much to do out here, but play games. So I have a bag coming for the Glen bag. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm doing it. I had a video for the other one, but then I decided to ramble, and I felt the video was way too long to post, so I didn't. But I'm going to let everybody go here, and as you can see, I have to re-dye my hair. See over here. But I think I may put some makeup on if the puffiness on my eyes goes away a little bit. Who knows? So next time you see me in a vlog, I'll have my hair dyed again. If you did watch this, I appreciate it. Anybody from Texas, El Paso, there was a shooting that happened recently. A lot of people died and a lot of people were injured. It happened at a mall. My thoughts go out to you. And hopefully this kind of thing stops. About 3 days ago, 3 houses down from me, at 2 o'clock in the morning, there was a shooting in the middle of the street. And 1 person died. And it was a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old was involved. It was apparently a drug bust or a drug deal went wrong. So this kind of thing can happen anywhere. I'm in a small community in Vermont. My prayers go out to you, and hopefully, you know, those people will get caught and justice will have them. Thank you for watching, everybody.